What is conflict? Conflict can be many things such as war, fighting, arguments and different opinions. What do people think? We ask some young kids.
What's conflict?
Suffering, pain.
It's horrible when you fight to each other and stuff like that.
When people have two different opinions of a subject.
If people haven't anything organised to do, then they tend to get into bother, and that can bring them in conflict with other young people or in conflict with their parents or older people or their neighbours.
There's an area, differences in background, different schools. It can be gang related between different youths and different gangs, or some tension between different youths.
Conflict hasn't affected me in my own life, but there are some situations where people might get into conflict and then they won't feel safe in another area.
Because of all this like new gangs and that, and you can't go to the different areas and that, it makes you more wary and that.
I've got people that don't like me, and I've got friends that do like me, and obviously the people that don't like me, they can catch me anywhere, anytime, so then something can go down.
Because stuff has happened between my friends, and that stopped me from going to different places and me not being able to do certain things because I'm known as one of them. Like if I go to their territory, blah blah blah, like it could cause for example, conflict. So that's why I have to stay out of different places, and I can't always do what I want to do.
Conflict can happen when one person perceives a threat, but it's not necessarily both groups. It's important to get both sides of the story. We asked one other youth group of their thoughts.
It's an argument between two people or two groups of people where they have a disagreement about something.
Most of the times when we go to another person's area, they always ask us what area they're from, and the thing is that sometimes they have conflict with some people in our area, so the issue is that they give us hassle now just because we know the person and I'm a friend of him, they start bringing the issue personally to us or me. If any boys come to this area, they're just unknown, and to be honest, the one thing they don't want and we don't want is trouble.
Sometimes it's better not to get involved in things, otherwise it comes back on you and you don't want that, you just want to kind of stay out of it.
Have an argument with someone, just one person just cool down and then just discuss with each other, calm the other person down. It could be resolved by help with other people.
I think police handle conflict between young people very harshly. I think that why because they jump into conclusions.
When I got stopped by 2 CID, they tried to throw me to the floor and that, obviously, innit? And then one of the neighbours come out and they explained to them and they let me go, but they was going to link me for suspicion of robbery when I just come out of my house 30 minutes ago.
If it's a big crime that the youth have committed, then yeah, they should put out the correct sanctions, but other than that, they should just sometimes just leave them alone.
Approach the youth in a more positive way, and to try to solve the situation, for the youth to get to know the police more instead of seeing them in a negative way into a more positive way.
They can organise talks and discussions between them and young people to resolve any problems that create conflicts.
Workshops, bike projects, they come to youth clubs, sit down and question and answers, police got answer for us, and reason why we do it, and read some of the laws so we can know what our rights are, because some people police, they get overboard and they do stuff that they're not allowed to and stuff, so we know our own rights, so then we can know when they're allowed to do something and they're not.
What can the government and local authority do to help young people avoid conflict is help giving us more opportunities in the future and now, because we need it the most, rather than spending a lot of money for the Olympics while we need it more than what the Olympics going to do to London.
They can help with conflict, by getting involved, getting the community involved with more projects,
They should open up more places where youths can show, buildings, old buildings, youth clubs, things like that, so youths can just have more fun.
Put more money into the youth projects to keep the youths more occupied during the daytime and the evening, if the youth club's still open, because that's when the youths are on the streets, and if they ain't got nothing to do, then they're just going to be on the street corner making noise or doing crimes.
Conflict, whether expressed or not, evokes change. Whether the change is positive or negative depends on how the situation is resolved. Stuff like the Unity Cup is a great way to stop conflict and bring different types of people together.
Any artists out there?
It helps people come together and play a game which both oppositions love. It can help them to make friends.
By helping people to come together and do more activities and socialise with each other.
Events like this and all the work that goes in during the year, trying to bring young people together, is a way of avoiding conflict.
Because this is a sport where we all like and enjoy, so we all have things in common.
And by making like huge events like these, you know what I mean? Play some loud music, everyone's in a good mood, you know what I mean? It'll be fun.
Yeah, well played. Well done, fantastic.